All right, welcome back. Here we are, Field 2, United States Australian Football League 2024 USAFL Nationals here at Onion Creek Sports Park in Austin, Texas. That's not Texas, they're in Queensland. That's Texas in the Lone Star State. And what a star-studded game we have here. A 1 o'clock game, like I said, Field 2. The Calgary Kangaroos and the Philadelphia Hawks about to get it on, and probably a temperature of 75 degrees. No wind assistance here due to the tree line with the breeze over the top, but it is mighty hot. Both lines are facing each other there, staring to each other's eyes, waiting the umpire here to officiate through the toss. So it'll be interesting which way they will go now. Spectacular scene here at Onion Creek Sports Park, and well done to Brian Barish and his commentary crew with their dulcet tones. This is just a griller getting it on as a fill-in as my esteemed counterpart behind me, Bill Roberts, gets a rest. Check him out there. Stateside football. Sport of Kings, better than diamond rings, as the umpire brings the two teams together, and in great sportsmanship behaviour, the clapping is as loud as any movie theatre in the United States. Like I said, the USAFL Nationals. This is the griller, the original voice of the USAFL, dating back to 2003. Been a long time since a rock and roll, yeah, but here we are. Coin toss in the air, Calgary Kangaroos, or both sides in a tight huddle. And looks like that the Calgary Kangaroos have elected to kick to the left of your screen. And from what I've seen roaming where I want to around this field, that just may be the scoring end of the ground. So they're going there to kick with it. Eyesight not as good as it used to be, but I'll try and pick up these numbers when the play action actually plays out right here before us being the USAFL family here at Onion Creek Sports Park in Austin, Texas. Mighty hot, as they say. The way they're lining up at the moment, looks like a kind of man-oh-man contest over the ground, so no zones as such. Just good old-fashioned USAFL football. Cover your man as we raise up the spirit of the great game to the sky, and the umpire says, could this be loved? Like really loved. Body, heart, and soul, man. Up they go. One there by the Calgary Kangaroos. Philadelphia onto it quickly. Blind handball to no one in particular. Down the line by the Roos. The number one there is Max Parrish. Parrish pumps the jam towards full forward. Defence undercut the route there for the Philadelphia Hawks, and they look for the safe sanctuary of the boundary line, and it's over and out. Deep down and clean out there at the right back pocket for the Hawks. Just trying to identify whether it's a throw, it's a kick. So the ball travelled out of bounds on the full. Free kick in by the Hawks. Switch play. Out to left half back flank. Ball over the back and they rock onto it. No one in particular wants to grab it. Too hot to handle. Ping, ching, ching, the pinball effect. Just keep it rolling down the line to the Hawks, but cut off by the Kangaroos. Back inboard. Picked up nicely. Great tackle by the number 55 there for the Calgary Kangaroos, and that being could be there was Collins. Let the record play, send the umpire. They can play to the umpire, says let it flow, let it blossom, let it grow, but it's stunted out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in just to the advantage of the Calgary Kangaroos down in the right alley in front of a, wouldn't say a capacity crowd, but one of the biggest crowds I've seen at a USAFL Nationals. Oh, well gathered there by the Kangaroo. Couldn't get it away. That's the number 54 in Samuel Collins. Alexander Armstrong, double A. In we go. Clipboard would be good if we have one here. Trying to bust through the front door of the US Bank of America. Couldn't quite do it. And that was the 54 there again. And Alexander Armstrong, strong player, strong as a country mule. Meanwhile, back in play action. Kangaroos get it dispossessed. Out the side door go the Roos. Back inboard. Identified but couldn't shoot was the number 48 there in Eames. So the Kangaroos, 35, switch play, inboard. Don't have the numbers, so they connect at centre half forward. Out the side door they go, into the alley. You give it to me, I rescue you. Which way do we go now? Right half forward. Ball bounces free. Oh, good pickup and run. A running shot on goal by the Roos. Find their man downtown. Couldn't quite mark it. Desperate defence by Calgary. And the ball has been knocked over the goal line, which means a point to the Arizona Hawks. Could not play on from full back, had to wait until the goal umpire executed his patriotic chore and waved the flag. So here we go. Which way do I go? Calgary, short half-distance kick, and they connect and play on down through the alley. Looking for a route up to the left wing. It's wide. The Kangaroos jump high. They've also got someone at the back of the pack. Ball still alive close to the sideline. Looks good, Calgary. They've got a good little short game at the moment. Seem to be dominating the in and under contests. And got a man at the back door. He says, I'll attack and turn it into some sort of blitz. But that was well covered by the Roos as they somehow keep the chains moving, if you will, towards their forward line. 21 you can see for the Roos, Jason Nysten. Nice play. Action. Right half forward. Reaction to the action was Calgary. Let's just get it out of here like some joker to the thief, he said. And they find themselves at left wing. Again, just keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. On the slant route, the number one there for Max Parrish. Doubles back to the way he came and finds someone there. Like life is a highway. Can we ride it all day long? No, just can't quite get a hand on the top. Baby, too hot to handle. Out towards the right wing. The beauty of keeping your feet. Okay, folks, this is it. Over the top and to the top of the square. High into the danger zone. Abracadabra. I'm going to reach out and grab you. That being when he turns around is going to be slap bang in our eyesight to see who has marked that. Great one-handed mark, might even qualify for the mark of the match. And if my eyes don't fail me, that being the number 29 there in Craig's Sargent. Because you're mine, I walk the line, says Sargent, and he'll send the spirit of the game forward and makes no mistake from there. He shoots, he scores. 6 points there to the Calgary Kangaroos. So now if we look at the Coopers in their 25th year of celebration and supplying the Nationals, the Calgary Kangaroos take the lead. They are one straight kick 6, and the Arizona Hawks are 1- score. That's just the way it is. Will things change for the Roos? This is the second game for both teams in the hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun, and they've just got to keep it up. Their form coming into this game, but we'll just let it flow. And Calgary again, they escape out the front door and footlong and fancy free to centre half forward. Oh, the number one has got it again. That's Parrish who pumps the jam, pumps it up downtown and connects with his man. A mighty, mighty big man there. Is it the number 29 again? We'll see. This one, I'm trying to get a number. It looks like 5 to me. And that is Stefan Brzezinski, and gee, they've got some heavy hitters down there in the forward line. Calgary, some real big men. Like, let's get it on, baby, and let's get this on the boot and make no mistake at all. Almost splits an apple off the goal umpire's head, and he signifies 6 points. So the Calgary Kangaroos just keep rolling, 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 Limp Bizkit style. They move on now to 2 straight kicks. That's 12. Arizona Hawks 1 points. Don't forget to stay tuned right down the line, honey. Bill Robert beside me. Check out Stateside Football on the website. Seasoned man with a long history in the USAFL. If you just tuned in, this is the USAFL Nationals from Onion Creek in Austin, Texas, the Lone Star State. But we will not be beaten, so the Arizona Kangaroos. And I'll canane this one down towards the forward pocket, over the top. All the Roos are there in numbers, the security of numbers, but stolen by the Arizona Hawks. Can they fly into the forward line? Ooh, they pumped it. Turnaround shooter almost, but hit the post. It's not live off the post. It means 1 point. So they've had 2 scoring shots as well, Arizona, if you will. So if you look at the scoreboard, there is a difference in margin, 12 versus 2. Same number of shots on goal. Meanwhile, life is a highway for the Roos, and we'll rev it up and let it ride to what they call the fat side of the ground. Almost a slant route lead, if you will, by this number 23. He is unlisted, but he probably has untold ability, well within his range. Not exactly downtown. With all the confidence in the world, he can think, make this happen, make it work out. Went to left, come back right, rode on the breeze, and that is an expert kick from that big boy down there. They rock and reel and overdrive onto 3 goals straight. Straight path is the way to go, and I've been singing now. That is 3 goals straight, 18 to 2 points, the Arizona Hawks. My. They say big men do win matches in USAFL football, or probably back down there in Australia. And they have got some tall timber down there in the forward line. Do the Kangaroos. 3 straight. Winning out of the centre. Bezel and a G-Shock. Hawks try to slapstick it forward. Ching, 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 pinball effect. Out the side door go the Calgary Kangaroos. Finds itself down at centre half forward. Ooh, a free ball, like freedom over the back. Couldn't pick it up, was the Kangaroo. Goes back in for more. Some people get by with a little understanding. Some people want a bit more. Towards the forward line, ball towards the alley. They've got the numbers, the strength and numbers by the Kangaroos. The old banana kick, but hit the big stick. And that stick, I said, and that's a minor score. The first minor to the Kangaroos, taking them to 19. We're back on again. Thank you, the technical staff. Send it, they say, the Hawks, to the alley. But no one home. The light was on, but no one's home. And all alone was the number 21 there in Nysten. Nysten now looking like the Terminator, moving his head left to right. Who will I find? Straight up the line, and they connect with one of their big boys. Let's get it on there in Brzezinski. Zensky, a long way from where he normally is, but he loads up, and kicks the rubber bullet. Intelligent kick to the alley and makes the connection. Complete pass, if you will, directly in front. A little too far, perhaps, out to score. But we will see CC Ryder, and that's the number 58 in Thomas Ty Krobe. Here we go, 55 and Samuel Collins. In fact, Collins again sends it left to come back right on the breeze. Did it clear the goal line, or was it marked by the Hawk, who seemingly flew above the trees and overseas through all degrees to any way he pleased? Still waiting. Can't quite get where the umpires are at here. No, it's a good mark. Or are they signalling a point? We'll wait. Actually, it's a goal. I didn't see that. It was actually marked by one of the Kangaroos on the blind side for me, but a strong mark there by the Calgary Kangaroo right there on the goal line. And from point blank range went Babushka. And that is another one. Like I said, they are rolling. Keep the doggies rolling like rawhide fashion. 4 goals, 129 to Arizona, who are 2 points. Calgary looking good, impressing me much. Left alley, number 1 body baby, knows how to use it. And Max Parrish, we've heard that name a couple of times down. Life's a highway, want to ride it all night long and downtown and win again. Like I said before, and I say it again, and I won't say I told you so, it's the big boys of the Calgary Kangaroos who takes the mark there on the slant route even. The number 29 who'll stabilise the sheet being Craig Sargent. Etch that name into your mind as well. He'll pay some mind to the breeze left to right, sends it left. This time mysteriously stays left and out of bounds on the full. Swirl and twirl up there in rarefied air, and no score. Hawks to bring it back in, thinking seemingly can't wait for half time to work out some kind of strategy to jump over the Roos. Okay, let's go wide. I'll play on and send it right alley. Well read though, read them like a book. The Kangaroos had 1 of 3 out there. Take your choice. What's the best choice going forward? Yes, a short connection. Is that Max Parrish again? Perhaps it is. Will he pump it, or will he keep his eyes low? Good flat range kick to full forward, why not? That big man was down there in Brzezinski, but he didn't mark. Arizona stands tall and firm in defense. Couldn't quite connect, but they made yardage on the play. Maybe a good 40 yards, the ball rolled over, and they'll set them up again like Mr. Bartender. I want to get high, I want to get loose. I need a double shot of that Cooper's Juice, the major sponsors here of the USAFL Nationals. They tap it on down, front of the pack, but it rolls out, trickles out, and we will set it up again. Calgary's seemingly saying here to Arizona, well, you've got to bring it, boys. You've got to bring it to us. Just happy with their formation, Calgary. As they look around the defenders, they're in the art of preparation for sure. Here's the Hawks. Couldn't quite connect. Pick it up again and try again. Side door, 35. Their numbers aren't listed. Blind turn by the Hawks. They keep it moving and grooving. Suddenly they have numbers everywhere. The number 35 sends it high into the danger zone. No mark, play on. Kangaroos was dispossessed. Cool, they came in high. That was almost a free kick to the Arizona Hawk. Is it going to be paid for too high? No, caught holding the ball. In fact, fine line between pleasure and pain. You'll do it once, you'll do it again. 2-on-1 situation. Hawks, a lot better in the last minute or so. They got a backdoor man and happy to be. Number 13, let's send it long, like a long line. Who will they reel in? Oh, good mark. 2 times, 1 for today and 1 for tomorrow, and that was, I'll give you his number, in Mason Nysten. Meanwhile, Calgary move it forward, go forward, move ahead, try to detect the goal. It real good, but across the face, ball still alive in the forward pocket. Hawks arrive on the scene to clear the present danger, and caught holding the ball. It's a cruel and callous game at times. Made the right impact on the ball, but the tackle could not be broken, and they move it inboard as a result of that free kick to improve the angle to the Kangaroos, and they will be lining up for their 5th goal of the quarter. Currently 4 goals, 1 to 2 points for Coopers. Rev it up, honey. Let it ride. Left to right. Straight. I want to be straight. I want to be great. And like, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. They move to 5 goals, 1 to Arizona Hawks, 2 points. Well, this is a display. an exhibition in the fine arts of USAFL football. USAFL Nationals. 26th year, I believe, the 25th year that Coopers has been involved. Get involved, get off the couch, get out of the truck, register online and come and play this great game. Form a couple of bromances or sisterhood even. Women playing today too, of course, very much a part of it. Women, men, whoever you identified. Meanwhile, play action out here on the alley broadcast side. The side who has got us Calgary. Good tackle by the number 4 there of the Hawks. 8 you saw there for the Calgary Kangaroos was Kalinowski. They kick it forward. Fist of fury there by Arizona. On the arc, kick towards the alley, still no mark. Let the record play. Good enough to go back in and get it. Now they've got it. They've got a runner, almost running back fashion. He kicks it, waste no time. Probably had more time. Whistle on the play. No, a whistle from a different field. Suddenly, they do pounce on it. Thank you very much, Chet, for the Gatorade. As again, they incorporate another raid forward to the Kangaroos. Wasting no time. White Knight, what not, and why wouldn't they? Have a man free down the line. Are you free, Mr. Number 47 there? In Joel Griffiths, he says, I'm free. And like a free bird, he will set sail on goal. Above the trees and overseas, and not through all degrees, 90 degrees, and another one, just like the 5 other ones there, the Kangaroos. They move on the Coopers scoreboard to 37, and the Arizona Hawks too. Like I said, thanks, Chet, there for the Gatorade. Half-time is nearly upon us. No doubt the players are hanging out for that to rehydrate. It's going to be interesting to see what the Hawks do to combat this unit, this crack unit of the Calgary Kangaroos. 21 winning the ruck tap there in the middle. Was that man Jason Neinstead, also very mobile across the ground. You'll find him in the forward line at times, dropping down like a centre in basketball. Not quite in the paint, but just outside of the 3-point zone. Again, they pump it forward. Do they have the backman and the Hawks? They do. They clear. But it's almost like they've got the National Guard up their back door at the moment, Calgary. We've got like a 2-on-1 situation. Good block, good shepherd. Is that the siren on the play or the horn, the big horn down here in the big state of Texas, to signify half-time? No, it's not. That's from a different field. Now have a look at that kick. Eyes low, sweet cherry-o, almost like a flat line drive with maybe a 3-iron. And it connected, and they marked. The umpire said I made the wrong decision. He did signify it was a mark, didn't quite get it right, and brought it back for a toss-up. Calgary, handball, slick. Real slick are they. In where angels fear to tread. Again, another whistle on the play, and that one is for halftime. Halftime here at the football at Onion Creek Sports Park in Austin, Texas. Texas at the 2024 USAFL Nationals, brought to you by Cooper's Beer. Well, I might not be much of a broadcaster, but I'm pretty good at drinking beer. Was that some kind of country song that's just ringing through my ears at the moment? On the Cooper's scoreboard, it looks like they are 6 goals, 1 Calgary to 2 points Arizona. And that is just the way it is. Let's see if things change after the half. Boys, I'll leave it with you.
The USAFL 2024 Nationals is brought to you by Tasmanian, the quiet pursuit of the extraordinary. Cooper's, Australian made and owned. Cooper's Beer. Visit Austin, live music capital of the world. Two Hands Hospitality, fueling your lifestyle. Watch AFL, stream every match. Devil's Corner, Tasmania. HBC Event Services. Play Aussie. Premier Sports Medicine. And by the Movember Foundation.
off again.
Off and on and off. Been a while since I've done this, boys. 5 years, in fact. Sorry about the finger on the microphone. I should know better being a frontman of a rock and roll band, but that's a different story. The story is all Calgary. Like I say, they've seemed to come back a gear or two, or maybe they've got it in fifth gear on a manual, just cruising. Not a good toss in. So we get a chance to do it all again because there is umpire development as well. If you want to become an umpire, if the game is not for you, get on board the USAFL website and be an official and join the community. 55 there was Samuel Collins, a colossal kick to the forward line. Bounce, come on, bounce, not quite. Hawks hanging on in desperation. Still got to give it to them, yet to even throw in the towel. Still playing like there's no tomorrow, but playing with a lot more composure. Where do I go? Where do I go now? Maybe you baby down the line. They're going to have to mark because this is in prime field goal position for the Roos. But good enough. I'm going to light the afterburners, hit a brick wall. Not going to be another brick in the wall. But I'm going to support my buddy on the outside. Like past the Dutchie around the left-hand side. Couldn't get out. Ball goes to ground. Like trying to find a ruby in a mountain of rocks. But this time, Lord, you have given Philadelphia a mountain that they may not climb. But they're going to keep on keeping on. Like keep on trucking, and they do connect. Good strong mark there to the Hawks. I'll just call them the Hawks, and then where there's no confusion in my mind. Looking left and right, high and low. Send it to the heavens. Must be there. No one there to connect. Ball free. Come and get me if you want me. You've got the chance if you don't move now. And the ball just beats them all out of bounds right in front of the team tent. Coopers, 38, it says on the scoreboard. Bottom line to Calgary. The Hawks, 2 points. And the bottom line is these boys are top-class athletes. Look at this. I'm going to bust my way through like the old OJ. OJ, bad bounce. Can be cruel like that. Hawks, where do I go? Tackle comes in, but new sleight of mind that he had a man free just in front who kicks down the line. No connection. Couldn't mark it. Again, the Hawks. You give it to me, I'll give it to you. In fact, we'll go 3 times, 4 times, maybe even more. I'll put the foot to the floor and kick long line. Who's he going to reel in there? The Kangaroo. Back of the pack attack. The big boy down there is number 5. And Brzezinski, his presence is threatening like rolling thunder chasing the wind. But aren't they doing well? I think the change in the Hawks has been this half is play possession football. Can you see what I mean? Stop, identify, connect. But they've got that Rock of Gibraltar there, that Kangaroo at centre half back says, not on my watch, in front of the Cooper sign out of side. The ball is over and out. And you by no means will the Hawks be over and out, and by no means is this the last game of the USAFL. You're going to be entertained like all weekend long. Games all today, all day tomorrow, and of course the finals. Ball, forward line, bounce, come on, bounce. Who's going to take it? It's that man Parrish. And Parrish just walks in and says, yep, that's mine. Too easy off the boot. Another one, probably his second or third. Not only do they have the big boys, like let's get it on the forward line, do the Kangaroos, that's the blue and whites, but they have a very, very good balance of boots on the ground too. Parrish, very speedy player like Speedy Lopez, and an amazing and an acute awareness of just where the goals are. Are you going to log on to the USAFL site and get involved? This game is for you. Whether you want to get involved as a broadcaster, whether you want to be a scoreboard attendant, a technician, an umpire, or even though if you just want to hang out and drink beer out of a red Solo cup. Thinking like Red Solo Cup, they went up and away there. Let's have a party down the forward line, say the Hawks. They're playing with a lot more desperation down there too. Never give up. Whatever you do, don't give up. So they give it a little love to the forward line. It's a goal, no touched off hands. Turn around shooter, almost. But right on the goal line, Calgary got their fingertips to it and threw for a minor score. Their third score, only being a minor, takes them to 3 points. And I think it is Calgary. It is Calgary who are 38. Lay it straight, out of side, play action, centre half forward position for the Hawks. Calgary out the sword door. There was a pump fake there on the outer side. I'm just going to go long until I ran out of road and almost hit Banjo. Oh, look away handball there by the number 5 there in Brinsky. You give it to me, I'll give it to you, and I will set sail like in a red sunset. We're way away from sunset, and the ball just took an unkind bounce to the right-hand side and through for a minor score. I don't know, not as hot as it has been the last 4 or 5 days here in Texas. Someone is shining down upon us with pretty good positions and a good win. And they are just letting it shine at the moment. Calgary, seemingly though, to me, they have probably put their cue on the rack if you're playing a game of pool or 8-ball or whatever it is you want to play. Just sort of taking their foot off the accelerator to conserve a bit of energy for mine because they've got the lead and can afford to relax a little. But like I've said before, the Hawks will not give up. Don't give up. Whatever you do, and they won't. True spirit of Australian rules football. Let's see what the Kangaroos can do this time. I'm on a roll. I'm coming like a late freight, and I'm kicking it down to right half forward wide. Need a bounce. Need the Kangaroos to jump into the action, into the actual play, but they're standing off there a little bit, and like I said, they can because they can afford to. The beauty of being in front. Centre half back position. Still they roll, do the Hawks. They jump on the pylon, give the umpire, crosses himself like the Monsignor, as Brian Barish would say, the head of the media organisation here at the USAFL. That's one of his things. I've got to pay the credit where it's due. Maybe I've got to pay the royalty as well. But don't pay any mind to what I'm saying. Pay mind to Calgary. Will they get another one? I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to handball forward. You're free now. I'm going to identify. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to kick straight like super straight. And that is another one there to Calgary. Calgary now move on to 7 goals, 3, leading Arizona 3 points. Keep your eye on the Roos. Now, they are probably not going to be back till tomorrow morning, but I dare say if they win that match, they will be into a final. But what they are doing here too, they are keeping their percentage up in case it gets to a situation they're level with someone tomorrow in the morning game. Wow, USAFL Nationals, good to be back. The impetus has dropped out a little bit, like when you drop the pilot kind of thing. But you wouldn't want to be here out there. Most of us, this side of the sideline is good. Man, I don't have a heart big enough to step out there. Look at these, man. Just keep on keeping on to the right-hand side for their team, for their country, for the league. And again, possession game. You give it to me, I'll give it to you. Kick it long, flat line, in fact, a flat liner. And thumped out of bounds. A fist of fury, if you will, by the Kangaroo. And over and out. Come on, get on out if you are in range of Onion Creek Park in Austin, Texas. Don't worry about ACL. This weekend, is the best show in town with a little Showtime call from the Gorilla, the original voice of the USAFL Nationals. They leg it forward, again trying to play that possession game, but undercutting that route was the defender. No, he wasn't. It was a good mark there by the Hawk. And I'll say it once, and I'll say it once again. Possession has been their style. Eyes low, Sweet Cheerio, come forth and carry this one home. Won't make the distance. Can someone run it with speed? They need a goal in their time of need. They're still pacing and racing and plotting a course towards the goals. I've got it. I'm going to stop, prop, identify. Kicking the wrong way even perhaps, or the right way was Calgary. I've got it wrong. In the alley, and kind of like flu, you know what I mean? Who do they love? Just who do they love? They love that red little Susie Q in the middle. And they kick it forward, but it's all the Hawks. Oh, fumble. Good enough to go back and get it again. And I'm going to straighten up. Straight way is the way to go now, and I've been singing. But it's all the defense. Defense to Calgary. They switch up in location. And who do they find out there? Freeman out the side door. The old Don't Argue comes up to open up a pathway like Moses through the Red Sea. See what I mean? If they've got a CC right at the back, they have it. Well read there by the Hawks. I'm going to let it fly. Fly away. I'm going to fly away. But in defense there is Calgary. It's seemingly a game of aerial ping pong at the moment. It's like the heat has got to them. But the heat is still on for Calgary. And they've got a man free here at left half forward. It's Parrish. You've heard that once before. Don't forget that name. He's not a horse with no name or a roo with that name. It's Parrish. And I'm going to get out the side door, the number 21. Waste no time in Nineston. Take a bounce. Come on, bounce. Identify, shoot, score! Great play by the number 21 there in Nineston. You saw the big man take the mark. Very mobile still. Just went on the arc to his left-hand side, bootlegged around, if you will, in a language that you understand, straightened on up, down the alley, kind of like flew, took a bounce because you have to every 10 to 15 yards, got well within the range, and that's all she wrote from 20 metres out from goal. Speaking of goals, it's their eighth goal on the Coopers scoreboard. Arizona 3 minor scores. What's that? A margin of, it's 51-3. Like I said, playing for percentage. And this time, like all the times before them, Calgary are playing to win. They have come a distance to be down here in Texas. They just haven't come here for the party in Gretchen Wilson style, where the after party is on Sunday nights at places like Two Hands. God, what a place that place is. What a restaurant indeed. Back in the middle, back again, 100% pure USAFL football. Stand, side door, chain link reaction of handballs. Now I'm going to kick it real good to a one-on-one down on the forward line over the pack. Can I get there in time? Good tackle by the Hawk. And rummages him across the line for a minor score. You know, you just don't give up in life ever. You've got to keep the faith, as Bon Jovi would say, and that's what the Hawks are doing. A real credit to them. So easy maybe to drop your head, right? Like Tom Dooley, you know, drop your head and cry, but not these Hawks. Here we go. Philadelphia, the proud state indeed. Out of side, all Kangaroos could mark. Luck is a fortune. And he says, yeah, well, maybe it is me, like a fortunate son, and kicks it down towards the forward line. Up we go. All Calgary cut them off at the pass, if you will. Got a good read on the play. Now, what you saw there, because the Calgary Kangaroo didn't step off his line, meant that the Hawk could not come at him. It wasn't a play-on situation, so he has the right, like some sort of constitutional right, to take his kick. Looking for a man at the back. Gee, they do it well. What they do is they stretch the zone, if you will. Stretch the zone, do the ruse. And they'll try and get you wide open, but well read by the centre half back, who undercut the route and intercepted. Crosses it out to the other side of the ground. Go take it on the other side. And Red Hot Chili Peppers fashion. Can they get the fashion nugget? That's an old cake reference. That's an old band. Some of you probably weren't even born. Calgary now, man free left half, and oops, clean ball, but I'm good enough, I've got time enough to get it and get it on down the line. Will I connect? I will. And it's one of those power play forwards, like power play for Calgary. Built like Barney Rubble or the Flintstones, and that's the number 23, if I can say that without getting into any trouble. But this guy is Trouble in the forward line. You're looking for trouble, he says. Give it a mean, you've come to the right place. The place is just directly in front. Front line full on and so forth, and go multiply. And that's another major score. 6 points. This time to Calgary, like the other time and the time before that. They move on to 9 goals for leading the Hawks, and it's only a matter of time. You know, if time wasn't a moving thing and I could make it stay, this broadcast of me and Share would be staying all the dog damn day. But it's just good to be back behind the microphone. In fact, been 5 years, like I said, rock and roll. It seems to be coming back to me now. Me, you, and a rock steady crew, a band of callers before, behind me like Bill Robert, Brian Barish, Dan Sarbucker, who is a decorated USAFL country for his nation. He's played in many an international cup down there in the land down under. We wind blow, and then there's thunder. Like these guys are coming forward like they're like an ACDBC band, being like thunderstruck. And they're being thunderstruck again a moment are the Hawks. Just when you thought they were taking the foot off the pedal, no way, man. They're gear jamming, and they kick it forward low. But well done again there. Well read off the boot was the Hawk. I will not be denied. And no denying that left alley has been like a preset play for them. But I think the Calgary Kangaroos have opened up to it, and it being out of bounds on the outer side. ball held to him, in fact. Didn't get a chance to dispose of it correctly, so we'll toss it up. Been a while, pardon the interruption. When did that show go off here? Anyway, meanwhile, Big Onion Creek, through the middle. Through the middle I must go, and straight, super straight to my centre half forward. Connects, looking right, left, high and low, yes. Out the side door, like out the bathroom window, I'll go. Because I've got a man out there, and because he's run so hard for me, I have to give him the spirit. Up they go, ball to ground. Flying on, is that Parrish again? Long range handball back, like in the pocket, if you will. Sometimes like when the quarterback can sit there in the pocket for a while. That's what that play was about, with the crossover, you know. They've got a lot in common with those two sports, except no pads here, hey? Looking at this, you think, man, these guys, look at them go. You want to ram with me? Yeah, I'll ram with you, but I've got no two pads. That's the magic of USAFL football. Get involved. Boom, crash, opera. Through the pack, Calgary. And they kick forward now. They pump it long, right-hand side. And the reason they're kicking to the right-hand side of the ground, it's the wind side, if you will. It's like not the dead side of the ground. The wind is coming over that tree line, the attacking side of the ground, if you will. Very well-versed side is this side from Calgary. Seemingly got all the art. Art for art's sake, kick it long for the Calgary sake. But no one there, not even a chair, if you will, in Elvis Presley fashion. Hey, Mama, if you don't connect me with this thing, what the heck with it? Like, Priscilla, don't come back to me with what the heck with it. Well, they're saying, well, this is going to come back to us. No one's coming to us. We have to make the play ourselves. Move forward. Go ahead. Couldn't connect. Calgary now. Soccering. There's a game tonight, I think. There's a game in Austin between US and it could be, I don't know, Colombia or somebody. There could be a couple of people from USAFL playing that. And the soccer stills do come into Australian rules football. Anything to keep the chains moving, if you will. You with the Grilla here, just filling in for Bill Robert from Stateside Footy. Hawks have it, left-hand side of the ground, over the top. Will it roll over and out? I hear a horn on the play, not for here. Maybe one last stanza, maybe one last hurrah from the Hawks, but I think it's across the face of goal and through for a minor score. We will not be beaten, is the attitude. We will not be beaten like an old-school band from Australia there in Rose Tattoo. Well, here we go. Excitable boys, all of them, I'm saying. Just eyes for one thing only, that little red pill. Meanwhile, Calgary settle down the line. They're all lining up for it. The 54 you see is Alexander Armstrong. 55 is Alexander Samuel Collins. They link up. Third party comes involved. There's the horn on the play. You are the words. They are the guitar, play me, and they play it very well, did Calgary. The Calgary Kangaroos in their second match of the day, and what a day it has been for them, particularly this time of the day. They were the 1 o'clock match, and unfortunately Philadelphia Hawks were no match for the Kangaroos. The final score, game 2 here between the Calgary Kangaroos and the Philadelphia Hawks for Coopers, 68-58 played 4. So like I say, stay tuned in all afternoon and tomorrow. Get some sleep, because if you think this game at this stage of the tournament is like intense, you wait till the finals come tomorrow. Some like it hot, some like it hotter. Red hot, chili pepper hot even. But as you can see out there, there is no winner, there is no loser when it comes to the spirit of the game. Players in the best possible way sharing the love and the peace and the good vibes of the USAFL National. And like Brooks and Dunn would say, and since they've got back together, I'm a very happy man. What you are seeing right there is what it is all about. Hello, I'm the Grilla with a fill-in call for the USAFL media team. And for now, as the sun remains directly above me here in the Lone Star State, it's a farewell just for now. Bye-bye.